In the print Intro 13 in your packet, we're going to continue on with some pattern blocks. We're also going to introduce the new slot block. First thing we want to do is go ahead and set up or create a new program. So from the input screen, we'll go to Program Manager, New, Conversational Program. That created a new program for us. Go back to the input screen, and now we want to create some stock geometry for this part. Go to Part Setup, More, and Stock Geometry. Answer yes, we want to manually size our stock. And in this case, we're going to make this a cylinder because this is made of round stock. Right away, we're asked for the direction. This is from the top surface or the zero surface of the cylinder. In what direction does the length of the body run? In this case, we're going to set this on the table with the top of the part being 0, and the body will run downwards in the negative z direction. Wants to know the length. When we look at the print, it's a 1/2 inch in length and 9 inches in as a radius. Go back to the input screen. We'll go ahead and set up the tools that are required. Tool review, tool setup. We'll call it tool 1, that's fine. We'll make that an end mill, 3/4 of an inch in diameter. Set up some speeds and feeds for this tool. Let's go back to the input screen, and we're now ready to write the program. Under Part Programming, this is going to be a milling operation, and we're going to use the More tab. More to get to the menu for slot. I'm going to select the slot. Now in the slot block, we're able to determine a straight or a line slot or an arced slot. In this particular print, we're going to be using a line, and we want to describe the center of the slot itself. What is the width of the slot? Well, the print says it's 1 inch in diameter. The X start, again, we're going to be determining the center line of this slot, including the center points between the two radiuses. So we can use actual print dimensions here. The center of this part is 0, 0, and the center of the first radius, programming the 3 o'clock position slot, is 2 inches from center and right on the center line in the y-axis. Set our Z start and our Z bottom. I'm going to go a little deeper than the part is so we can go all the way through using tool 1, and I'm going to use an inside tangent. This is a 1 inch slot. The 3/4 inch tool is more than enough to make one pass around the outside and clean this up, so there's no need to make it a pocket or anything like that. Probably would do this with some pecs, and I'll put a plunge feed in there. Now that is everything on the Start tab. On all of these new blocks that you'll be seeing coming out in WinMax, we are using the tabs across the top of the screen. It's an easy way to create real estate for the user interface group to put new fields and things, so that you're going to be seeing these a lot as we move forward in the WinMax control. Okay, we have completed the Start tab. We're now going to click on the Geometry tab, and it wants to know the endpoint in X and Y, or in this case, I know the length is 5 inches, and that's going to run in the 0-degree direction on the compass. 3 o'clock would be 0, going counterclockwise. So that calculated my endpoints to 7 and 0. Going to the caps, which is where we're going to determine how the ends of the slot appear. We can use a simple line. We can append an arc to the end of the line or the slot that we've created, which is what we want to do in this case. Or we could use include arc, which would mean that those radiuses on the end of the slot would be included within that 5 inch length. We want to append them on both ends. Now if I go to draw, I have a part with one slot at the 3 o'clock position. Now I want to use patterns to rotate this into position for the other blocks that I need. So I'll go back to Input. I'm going to go to the Review screen. And as we've done before in patterns, before the geometry that I want to pattern, I'm going to insert a pattern, loop, rotate, and simply fill out the information, including the original. There are 8 slots that I want to machine on this particular part. The center, or the point in which these 8 are going to be rotated about, is the 0, 0 point, so 0, 0. I want the first one to be at the 0 degrees, and I'm going to go every 45 degrees after that. We go back to our review screen, and we see the pattern rotate, all of the geometry that would be after the pattern that I want to be patterned in this manner, and then I'm going to insert a pattern end at the very end of the program. And again, everything between blocks 1 and 3 would be patterned in a rotate manner.